In Thailand, almost totally no information, no knowledge, anything about Islam. The only knowledge that we had about Islam was the basic thing like, okay, Islam that you cannot eat pork, you cannot drink, you can have 4 wives. That was the only thing I knew about Islam that time. Assalamualaikum. My name is Ammar bin Chanwaiman. I am a new Revert. I'm born in Penang, but I grew up in Bangkok, Thailand. สวัสดีครับ Assalamualaikum พี่น้องชาวมุสลิมที่ประเทศไทยครับ I am a new Revert. So I'm born in Penang. My mother is from Penang. My father is from Singapore. So when I was 1 year old, my parents they migrated to Bangkok. So I grew up in Bangkok since I was small. Until now, I am 37 years old. Recently, I just came back to Malaysia, to Penang. Both my parents, their religion was Buddhist. But when I was small, they put me into a Christian school. So I had a bit of a mixed view on religion. Not so much focus either on Buddhist or not so much focus on Christianity. I go to church sometimes and sometimes I also go to temple. But my parents were not very strict religion believers. So there was no force in forcing me to only go to a temple or only forcing me to go to a church. At that time, I didn't have any interest in Islam or any knowledge much about Islam because when I was young, the whole time I was in a Christian school. So the main focus on religion was on Christianity, on the Bible and everything. Then when I'm at home with my family, most of the time we were more on Buddhist belief. So once in a while we'll go to temples, worship in the temple, do all the Buddhist culture and everything. Perception of Islam that time when I was young, when I was in Thailand, almost totally no information, no knowledge, anything about Islam. The only knowledge that we had about Islam was the basic thing like, okay, Islam that you cannot eat pork, you cannot drink, you can have 4 wives. That was the only thing I knew about Islam that time. So before I was a Revert, didn't had much connection on either religion because at school I was with Christianity, at home I was with Buddhist family. So I had mixed views on religion and wasn't have such a strong belief. But most of the influence came from school because most of the time everything was focused on Christianity. And in the Christian school, of course, there was no Islam classmates or friends. So the whole time when I was in Thailand, before I came back to Malaysia, didn't have any Muslim friends at all. All the friends mostly in Thailand were either Buddhist or Christian. These were the 2 religions that were part of my life. Okay, so how I found and know about Islam. In 2019, I came back to Penang. Due to the reason was the job I had in Thailand, the company closed. So I had to find a new job. And I searched for around more than 300 companies, but I couldn't manage to get any company to give me a job in Thailand. So I just tried one shot, try to find a job in Malaysia, in Penang. Luckily enough, I managed to find a job in Penang. So in 2019, I came back to Penang. I started my new life here. I started my new career here. And in Penang, most of my colleagues were Muslim. But still at that time, I didn't have any interest in Islam or anything that related to Islam. Until one day, I had a Muslim colleague. She introduced me to Islam. So I started to learn a little bit about Islam, what Islam is, when Islam started, more on the religion. So when I was finding information and then learning about Islam, I began to notice that Islam had some similarity and some connection with Christianity. So that had actually gave me some interest to learn more and everything. Previously, my thoughts on Islam was to get to know a person, to want to be with a person. So in Islam, you have to learn about the religion. You have to know more. So one of my colleagues, she recommended me to learn first on the religion. So I started to learn on the religion and I found a lot of interest and I found that I had some sort of connection with Islam. So during some time while I was learning, I came across a building in Penang. It's an Islamic bookstore and a place for reverts. It's called IPSI. I went into the building. Actually, at first, I wanted to just find some books to learn more on the religion. And the sister, she recommended to go upstairs and meet Datuk Kamaruddin. So I went up, then met Datuk Kamaruddin. And we had a short discussion about Islam. So Datuk Kamaruddin advised me that if I want to learn about Islam, he gave me a few books to read. So I took the books back and I read the books for a week. The book that Datuk Kamaruddin gave me was on the religion, on what is Islam, who is Prophet Muhammad. So I read those books. After 1 week, after finished reading the books, I went back to see Datuk Kamaruddin. So at that time, Datuk Kamaruddin asked me, have I finished the book? I said, yes, I finished the book. So he asked me, am I ready to take my Shahada? I said, yes, without a doubt. Because during the time when I was reading the books, I really felt connected with Islam. And with no doubt that I know that this is the religion for me. So I took the Shahada with Datuk Kamaruddin. From that day on, I became a Muslim, Alhamdulillah. So what drew me to Islam, or what gave me the connection to Islam, is that I believe that I received many signs, many guidance from Allah, show me the way. Then I think back about why suddenly I came back to Penang. I tried to get a job in Thailand, in Bangkok, but I couldn't get a job. And suddenly I managed to get a job in Penang. So I believe that this is already one of the signs that God has put me in a Muslim country. Other signs that say that I found IPSI. I found IPSI is out of random. It's purely out of random. During that time, I was just, Allah knows I was searching for a place to learn about Islam. So Allah showed me the way. He guided me to the place to learn about Islam. So that's how I found IPSI. So when I was driving, I managed to see the IPSI board that says Islamic Book Center. So it drew my attention, and then I went straight into the building. So from there on, the sister recommended me to go to see Datuk Kamaruddin, and then I got the books about Islam. I studied the books. I went back and took my Shahada. During my learning of Islam, I tried to do the prayers on my own without anybody telling me. This was before I reverted. I studied, I tried to see how to do the prayers. I tried to do the prayers. When I was doing one of the prayers, I was trying to sujood. I sujood in the incorrect way. And few days after, I was browsing my phone and I saw a picture that says the proper way to do a sujood. So I believe these are all the signs that Allah knows what you are doing, what are your intentions, what you want to do. So if you have good intentions, I believe Allah will always give you the way, will always show you the way, like what Allah has shown me. So my life after I reverted to Islam, I found that I had more peace. I found out that everyone, especially your Muslim brothers and sisters, how to treat your parents well, how to treat your colleagues well, how to treat the people that you don't know. And one of the interesting things that also interests me was even a smile is sunnah. By smiling, by saying Assalamualaikum is sunnah. It's like something good, it's charity. So these are the things that actually drew my attention to Islam, that teaches a person how to be a better person, how to do good deeds, how to help others especially, and how to be self-disciplined. So my life changed a lot after I reverted to Islam. The most thing that changed is actually peace, and then things that normally I would think a lot about, actually I don't think a lot. And my family, they were surprisingly okay with my revert. At first, I never thought that they would be okay. I thought that they would either abandon me or get really mad at me. But Alhamdulillah, this is all the things, all the signs that Allah has already given. Okay, if your life is supposed to be, it's already supposed to be, and it's already planned by Allah. So most of the things that I said that you don't have to think about, you don't have to worry, everything is in God's hands. Allah already planned. Most important thing is just have faith. Just have faith, believe in Allah, everything, that Allah is always there for you. No matter if you don't have anybody there with you, you can always pray. Allah is always there to help you. So during my revert, I also managed to join IPSI online classes. The online classes they teach about for newly reverts. They give all the background about Islam, some stories about Islam, give some basic information for newly reverts. We also have classes for the how to read the Iqra. These are all the good things, the helpful things that benefit for newly reverts that IPSI has helped to arrange. IPSI has been very helpful since day one, since the first day I entered the building until now. They invited me during the time of Ramadan to buka puasa, everything. So they really make you feel like you are part of a family. The first day I went into the IPSI building, I was very well greeted. I've never felt greeted before in any other religious building. So this really surprised me that Islam really is a religion that is peace, that it really cares for everybody. Even though that you are not yet a Muslim, everybody is equal, everybody is the same. So yeah, IPSI has been very helpful since the first day. They said that if you have any troubles, any problem, anything, you can talk with them. So it felt very welcoming, felt like a family. So if I have anything, so the first thing I would think of is, okay, I'll think of IPSI. And then they could help me. Everybody at IPSI building is very helpful, very kind, very generous, invited to go to prayers, teach you how to do the prayers, teach you everything a proper way, how to be a Muslim. So right now IPSI is trying to buy a new building because now we have many reverts and then classes are getting bigger. So if anybody would feel that want to help out, want to do some charity to help other reverts, please feel free, drop by IPSI's building or can contact IPSI building in Penang. So anyone that is interested in Islam or if you are learning Islam at the moment, follow your heart. If right now you are interested in Islam or you are beginning or on the way and learning Islam, that means God already has a plan for you. God already has a plan for you. So do not be scared. Follow your heart. Learn more about Islam. You can search all the details about Islam online, do your self-study online, or you can visit your nearest Islamic center. If you're in Penang, you can visit IPSI in Penang. Okay, you can come down and they will welcome you, they will help you, they will guide you, they will help you with the process, how to be a revert, and then how you can live your life as Islam. So for me, after I revert, everything so far is smooth. Conduct daily prayers, follow everything about the religion. So last of all, I just want to thank everybody at IPSI Center, Datuk Kamarudin, Sister Saratan, Brother Hafiz, Brother Tasnim, Brother Hidayah, and everybody else also at IPSI building. Thank you very much, and also Alhamdulillah, take care. Assalamualaikum.